My name's Buettner. I'm an elite level powerlifter. I compete internationally in powerlifting. I'm also a pharmacist and I live in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I got into powerlifting when I was in my first year of university. I was on the track and field team and I was doing pole vault. When we were doing the weight testing for track and field, I did really well at that. So well that one of the coaches took me aside and said, hey, I think you're in the wrong sport. So I just got back from Sheffield in March and it was honestly one of the most amazing experiences of my life and definitely the most intense powerlifting meet I've ever been to. So as far as my individual performance, I was very happy with my numbers. Actually, squats, I got a PR and then I didn't lock my knees out at first, so I had to hold it for 11 full seconds before squatting. So I was actually so happy that I got a PR out of that. And then my bench, I'd had such a bad tendon pain that I hadn't even benched anything over 100 kilos. I failed 95 kilos in the gym a week before Sheffield. So matching my PR of 107.5 kilos was something I was ecstatic about. The only thing, I came there to get the deadlift world record and I missed it. So if anything, that was something I was disappointed in. I thought that I would be more burnt out after Sheffield, but I'm actually more motivated than I have been in a long time. After Worlds actually last year when I hit my best total ever and Agata and I had such a close battle for first place and I hit the biggest deadlift in IPF history for women. Regardless of the weight class, for me, that was such a big milestone that I had a hard time feeling motivated after that. Going towards Sheffield, I pushed myself so hard. I got sick a few times, so I lost a bunch of weight drastically, so that made it more difficult, but I was so nervous leading up to it. I felt so much pressure. I'm just so amped up to try to do more afterwards, which is so surprising to me because I just had thought that would burn me out a lot more than it has, but I'm just very fired up to keep building on those lifts I did at Sheffield, and I'm so excited about that. Being the two-time open world champion in my weight class, of course I feel a ton of pressure, but that's part of the sport, and I think having that pressure is motivating for sure, and it also is something that's really good for the sport, because if I didn't feel this kind of pressure, it wouldn't feel as worth working for. Powerlifting has been moving in this really cool direction where we're gaining so much momentum, and I feel so lucky to be a part of that. And not only be a part of it, but be on the top end of that. That's something that I never would have imagined when I started. My biggest long-term goal in this sport now, my first one was winning an open world championship. But now that I've done that, my next biggest goal is to deadlift 600 pounds in competition. So far, no woman has done that at the IPF world level, but there's a few closing in on it very quickly. I don't necessarily have to be the first, but I do have to do it. It's just the biggest thing in my mind, my next biggest goal that I've been trying to do for a long time, for years. And then as far as other goals, I want to move up a weight class and see where that takes me and see if I don't know if I'll be able to do as well as I have in 76, but I think it'll bring my bench up, I think it'll bring my squat up, and I'm really excited for where that takes me. I'm super excited that Worlds are in Malta because it seems like a really awesome destination. And it's going to be the biggest world championship as far as numbers of people competing that they've ever had. As much as powerlifting is about the sport, it's at a world level, it really is about the friends you make and the people you meet. And I'm just really excited for that aspect of it as well.